I was in class. So here we are again. Anyway, before we start, let's ask for divine blessing, shall we? Just take a little time, ask for blessings. You can do your own personal prayer. And we do our best to make sure that everybody has that opportunity to have that silence, to bring that spiritual connection into your system. To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, Holy Masters, Saints, Archangels, Holy Angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Talk Sui Mahaguj Mailing, we thank you all for divine light, divine love. Thank you for your guidance, help, healing, and divine protection. We thank you in full faith. So it is. All right, so this morning, again, as far as California is concerned, it's morning. So I was looking through the different meditations that I do, the different quotes that I study, and this is supposed to be attributed to the Buddha, okay? Now, just kind of on a side note, oftentimes when you hear, okay, this is said by so-and-so, you have to kind of try to understand it in context because after much research, I've noticed there are some quotes that are attributed to certain authors, but they never said it. In my own personal experience, with my teacher, Grandmaster Talk Sui, I personally was with him for, 30-something years. No, 20-some years. Sorry, somewhere there. Anyway, and there's actually stuff written that says, oh, so-and-so, Grandmaster Talk Sui. I go, he never said that. And one of them, it's funny, it's like, it's actually so long. And if you read it, it's very loving. It's very mushy. Like, oh, I will care for you. I will love you. I'm going, you never did that to me. I never seen him like that. He was always like, okay, this is love, so on, so on. It's very, very matter of fact. But that was like too emotional, mushy. I go, then I asked a few of my colleagues, I go, yeah, he never said that. It was somebody else who made it up. So, you have to kind of take it in context, all right? So this one I'm sharing with you was attributed to the Lord Buddha. Whether he said it or not, we don't know. But here's the most important part. Does the teaching empower you, help you, and it's based on some level of spiritual truth, okay? So here it is. You don't have a soul. Some of you are already falling off your chair. What? Yeah, you don't have a soul. Now, if you just stop there, it's already true. It's already correct. But most people, they'll be too shocked. So let's go in more detail. You don't have a soul. You are a soul. Okay? Maybe that will help. Let me just make sure this is working. 1 second. All right? Okay. Let's see. Make sure this is working. Now that you're off the floor, let's do this again. You don't have a soul because you are the soul and you have a body. Okay? So it's interesting that if you study Buddhism, and I know some of you probably know this, you've heard this so many times, one of the things that you always hear is the Buddha taught, there is no soul, there is no self. You guys remember that? In fact, when you study Buddhist monk, oftentimes they will say your goal is to experience that you have no self. How many had that before? Right? Okay. There's many facets to that. Number one, it's a mistranslation. And number two, based on that mistranslation, people ran with it. So they're screwed. It's like, what? Okay, just to give you an idea. Let's talk about this. If there is no self, who created the karma? Who initiated the action? That's one. And number two, who received the reaction? There's no self. So oftentimes when you watch movies or you read comics, I still read comic books, they're saying comics on Buddhism. There's this student, I shared this video quite a while back in one of the stories. There's this student giving a big discourse. There is no self, there's no I, there's no this. So the teacher walked around, in those days they smoked long pipes, right? Whack him on the head. And the student goes, why'd you hit me? Nobody hit you. There's no I. And nobody got hit. And walks away. Or if you watch this movie called, what is it called? Anyway, it's a Zen movie. Right? I was watching it. It's similar thing. It's a crack up. There's this monk, with a big old head. He's just a junior monk, right? But he thinks he's so hot. Start talking to the newbies. Oh yeah, there is no self, there is no I. Same thing. The teacher walked by, slapped him. We go, oh, you hit me. What do you mean? Nobody hit you. You said there's no I, there's no self. Get the idea? So it's a mistranslation. What it is connected to what we're talking about today, which is when you look at your body, okay, you look at this, you go, this is not the self. Get the idea? Then you go, this is not the self. It's not that there is no self or there's no soul. They're just saying this is not. And they start observing their body. They move around. Oh, I'm moving this body, so therefore, I am not this body. The soul is not the body. The spirit, the self is not the body. It's not that there is no self. You know, when people take one thing and go, oh man, that's profound, and ran with it, they didn't realize they're running around with something that doesn't make sense. Let's take it one step further. So they start observing the body. Okay, there is no self. No. The body is not the self. Okay? This is not the self. This is not the soul. And they start observing the breath, right? Some of you have done this before. You first observe your body, then you observe your breath. So the question is, why do they observe their breath? Same thing. They start observing the breath, inhalation, exhalation, inhalation, exhalation. They go, wait, I'm observing the breath. So therefore, I could not be this breath. So they go like this. The breath is not the self. And then they start observing, how am I feeling? Yeah, I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling sad. How am I feeling? Let's observe these feelings. They start observing the feelings. Wait, I'm observing these feelings. So these feelings could not be the self because the self is the one observing it. See what I'm saying? It's not like there is no self, there is no soul. They're just saying this, this emotional response is not the soul or not the self. And they take it one step further. Let me think. Exactly the point. You don't say the brain is thinking. You said, let me think. Oh, I'm thinking of a house. I'm thinking of a car. I'm thinking of lunch. I'm thinking of... What are these? These are thoughts. So these thoughts are not the I. But they don't say it that way. They go, these thoughts are not the self. Because I'm observing the thoughts. Make sense? So these thoughts, these thoughts are not the soul. The problem is, whatever, as they say, lost in translation, instead of this is not the soul, they go, there is no soul. Get the idea? So imagine you walk around, there is no soul. Okay, if there's no soul, how could there be karma? Right? So there is no self. How could there be karma? Can't. There's no karma. Karma is cause and reaction, causes and effect. If there's no one who started the cause, well, how could there be effect? Get the idea? So now that we established that, yes, there is the self, it's just that these are not the self or the soul. So you don't have a soul because you are the soul. See the difference? Come on, you guys. You have some logic, right? Logic dictates this, therefore this, therefore this. I know, because some of you, I know, I've talked to some people in Buddhism, yeah, but you understand, there is really no self. Well, who's talking to me? Well, that's different. Yeah? What? You know, some people there, it's called a crystallized idea. So when a person is so made up in what their beliefs are, they're stuck with it. Make sense? That's why I always say, your mind's made up? Okay, your mind's made up. I don't want to change it with facts. And people would laugh, but it's true though. Sometimes when a person is so stuck in their opinion, why bother explaining to them? It's a complete waste of time. So when people are so made up with their mind, I just look at them and go, why are you waiting for a response? Well, what do you think? I go, does it matter? Your mind's made up. You're just waiting for me to affirm what you think is right, which I think is pure nonsense, but I'm not going to say that because your mind's made up. Get the idea? So when people start saying, oh, there is no self, there's no soul, my goal is to have no self. Ay. No wonder your life is a big fat mess. So, now that we've established that, let's look at how we should look at it and how we can use that as a way to empower our lives. Okay? So let's go back to that phrase that's supposed to be attributed to the Lord Buddha. You have no soul, but you are the soul, and you have a vehicle. You have a body. Now, why is that important? You've heard me say this for what? A couple of years now. Ever since the pandemic started, when you do this anchor, like this has always been the driving message. You are a spiritual self, the soul, that is moving your body. So you are the soul that has a body. Right? And you are the soul that creates feelings. You are the soul that creates thoughts. So you're the mover, the feeler, and the thinker. Make sense? So that is the fundamental principle we have to know. That mover, feeler, and thinker is the self. Okay? So the reason people have problems is they forget that very basic truth. So they think the body is the I or the self. So when the body is aging or the body has pain, the body is sick, the body is joyful, they base their entire existence on what the body is experiencing. Well, good luck with that. Right? So when the body is healthy, yeah, life is good. When the body is healthy, not healthy or sick or whatever, it's the end of the world. Sounds familiar? It's just like saying you're driving your car is in good shape, hey, life is good. When your car is not working, you're screwed. But you're not the car, isn't it? The car is your vehicle to get from here to there. Just like the soul uses the body to pick something up. Like, I want to pick up this cup. It's my instrument. I know you've heard this so many times already. The question is, are you living it? There's so many teachings out there. The question is, do we live it? Every time we allow the body to take over, we forgot. It's called addiction. Sounds familiar? You talk to people who are addicted to something, they go, yeah, but you don't understand. It's an addiction. Who wants to smoke? Who wants to drink? Who wants to take drugs? You said I? It's not the I. It's the tendencies of the body, tendencies of the emotions and thoughts. That's why you're in deep meditation prayer. Even for that moment, those addictions don't exist. Because when you're in deep meditation, you're temporarily peeling away the influence of the body, the emotions, the thoughts, leaving the I, and you go, hey, this is cool, man. It's peaceful. How come I don't feel this? I don't sense that. I'm not drawn to anything. It's just like, that's why. That's your true nature. So most people's perception of self and I is not actually the real I. The perception of most people's I or self is the sum total of all the data coming from the body, the emotions, and thoughts. You have an emotional body and a mental body. These three vehicles have sensors. And they have sensors and they store data. So what most people don't realize is they're using this data to conjure up a perception of the I. When in reality, the real I is using the body, using the emotions, using the thoughts. So you don't have a soul. It's not like you own the soul. You are it. Make sense? The day you realize that, okay, I'm the one moving my body. I'm the one doing this. Oh, okay. Now, do you know why most people don't like to do that? Number one, they probably were never taught. And even if they did, there's subconscious reason why most of us fight that. You know why? Because we cannot blame anybody for anything anymore. It means the I made the choice, good or bad. Of course, you take the credit. Oh, yeah, I did this, I did that. When something's bad, you go, let me think. Well, because you don't understand the circumstances around it. The society is this, my parents are that, aliens are this, or whatever. Instead of saying, I really screwed up, huh? At that time, my body wanted that. I just make something up. I really wanted that triple layered cake with ice cream on top and soda and this and that. It's my body who wants that. And I gave in. Well, moderation is good. I had a little bit every 5 minutes until I finished the whole cake. So, but you see, it's his fault. He brought it there. He brought it. He should not have brought that cake, man. He knew that I was on blah, blah, blah. I was trying to watch my diet. He should not have given that as a gift. Even he should not have all those good intentions and be kind and loving. He should have done that. Who shoved the cake in their mouth? Get the idea? Most people don't like to hear that because it's always like, whoa, I'm the victim. Yeah. We are all victims of our bodies, emotions, and thoughts. We let them control us. Simple as that. Well, but you don't understand. You watch the news and the news says this, and it's because of the news they're confusing us. Hello, God gave you a brain. And are we going to make wrong choices? Yeah. Oop, I screwed up. Okay. Learn from it, own it, move on. Isn't it? But most people, they don't want to do that, so what do? They take their time blaming someone. Instead of saying, yeah, I gave in to my emotions. That guy wasn't very nice to me, so emotionally it felt irritating. And so I found my emotions really stirred up, and I found my fist coming up, and I found my fist going at 15 miles per hour at a trajectory of his face. So I gave in to the emotions in the body. Isn't it? That's exactly what happened. Haven't you noticed we have circumstances in our life where I'm saying we because I'm sure we got tons of it, that we're watching ourselves doing something really stupid. Sounds familiar? It's like you're screaming and yelling at someone. You're so pissed off. You're screaming, yelling. All these words are coming out of your mouth. Yeah, you're a son of a this and daughter of that and blah, 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 blah. Right? And part of you is going, what the hell are you doing? You know what happened? Here's what happened. The emotional body mental body is using the physical body to open mouth, move vocal cords, and move air that manifests as bad words. That's what's happening. And the soul is watching, go, what are you doing? Make sense? Now, I know some of you saying, hey, you talk too much. You should meditate. We will. But meditation, listen carefully. I know some of you will not agree with this. Meditation, without knowing why you're meditating and what you're doing, I'm not going to say useless, but not necessarily in long term very effective. It will help you. No doubt about that. But if you know why you're meditating, and your meditation is correct, certain sequence, then you get maximum benefit. Okay? That's that. So let's do this again. You don't have a soul because you are the soul and you have the body. You have a body. Make sense? So you're going to see my good friend here again. So let's do this again. I don't have a soul. I am the soul. And I, the soul, am using this body to grab cookie, enjoy it, but I'm not this body. So when we're meditating, we're temporarily removing the influence of the body, the emotions, and thoughts so we can go back to who we really are. That's that. Crazy simple. You don't read like 20,000 books on this. It helps. But sometimes the more you read, if you don't filter what you read, you know the saying, garbage in, garbage out. Just most people, I read this book, I read that book, I read that book. You don't just read, you have to process. That's why I remember my teacher used to tell me, my teacher said, it's very strange, huh? People watch their diet. This is healthy, this is not healthy to eat. They drink only super purified water. They eat organic. They do all those stuff, which is great. But their life is still a mess. Because they only take care of their physical diet. They don't observe the emotional, mental, spiritual diet. They read garbage. All they read is just gossip columns. As I shared with you a few times, you heard me say this, like, you open the news, so-and-so broke up with someone. Who cares? Oh, you don't understand. So-and-so looked at his post and didn't like the way he, wore his shirt. Oh, she did not like the way this other actress said something about his boyfriend. I'm going, that's a headline. I'm going, do I even want to waste 0.01% of my pranic energy pressing that button? But you see people do that, right? I get on a plane, I'm watching people, when people used to have magazines, they're reading People magazine. I have nothing against them, okay? They're entitled to make money. So I look at them going, and they go, you just take a glance and go, so-and-so is now pregnant. Good for you. What is it to me? Nothing. Get the idea? So they don't watch the diet that they eat spiritually, emotionally, mentally. And you tell them to meditate. I don't know. Okay. I have 30 seconds. Okay, why don't you read this book? Because it's connected to your place in the universe. Reading your Bible, your Quran, your Buddhist sutras, whatever. Well, I'll do that when I have some time. You don't have to read crap. So you wonder what's happening to their emotional, mental, spiritual faculties. Yeah, they might have a healthy physical body, but you look at them and say, whoa. You talk to them, you're going, you should have just kept your mouth closed. Sounds familiar? So we watch the diet of the physical body. A lot of you try to do that. Oh, yeah, I want to be healthy. I don't want to eat this. Yeah, what have you been watching and reading? And what kind of company do you keep? You know the saying, what's that? You tell me who your friends are, we'll tell you who you are. Or the way Tony Robbins calls it, he says, proximity is power. If you have the right people. If you have people around you always complain, that's all they do is complain about the economy, complain about the government, complain this, complain that. Good luck. Guess what they're doing to you? Dragging you down. Then you go, yeah, life is terrible. Go, why? I don't know. It just is. Look at the people you hang around with. Make sense? So, going back to the original verse or quote, you don't have a soul. You are the soul. You have a body. You have emotions. You have thoughts. So it's up to you that you are the soul. I am the soul to control the body, control the emotions, control the thoughts. That's it. Now we're going to screw up? Of course we will. Nobody's perfect. But here's the best thing of all. You want to hear it? After this, we'll meditate. Even if now and then, hopefully it's now and then, we unintentionally gave in to the body, the emotions, thoughts, and all its drama, the question is, can you snap out of it and say, okay, anyway, those were the fun years. Now it's time for me to remember who I am. That's that. Make sense? So a lot of this is connected to really what you're trying to do. And it's interesting, I hear people, yeah, I'm the captain of my ship. I'm in charge of my destiny. They're good at affirmations. But you look at them, they give in to smoking, they give in to gossiping, they give in to a lot of stuff. I'm going, really? You're the boss? No wonder your ship is sinking. Clear? So hopefully, let me end with this. Hopefully, as we keep doing these meditations and hopefully a little bit of these spiritual teachings here and there, hope it can kind of just either give you some insight, nudge you in the right direction, and the most important part, that you can be a light for other people. Because the law of karma also works that way. As we want to improve our lives, as you do your best little by little to help other people, you improve their lives, the karmic effect of that is we're entitled to be helped and our lives entitled to be improved. So, all right. Anyway, I think you had enough of me already. We should meditate. By the way, before we do the meditation, I do my best that we don't erase any of these, these lectures, meditations on all the platforms. So hopefully, if just one person learn from it and change their lives, we always believe there's going to be a trickle effect or whatever, like expanding effect. And that's why we leave them up there. Okay? All right, shall we? To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Tokok Sui Mahagu Jamili, and all the higher beings, we thank you for divine light, divine love, divine guidance. Thank you for your mercy and compassion. Thank you for your compassionate, purifying light and soothing, healing energy. We thank you in full faith. So be it. All right, put your hand like this. Tap your crown. Just focus on your crown gently. Repeat after me verbally. I am that I am. Again. I am that I am. I am that I am. That I am is the soul. I am the soul. I'm not this body. I'm not any of these emotions. I'm not any of these thoughts. The body, the emotions, the thoughts, and the mind are just my instruments. I control them. I am the soul. I am that. The spiritual self. Be still. I am connected in one to my higher soul. I am connected in one to the divine spark in me. I am a child of God, meaning we're all still growing. I am one with God. I am one with all. There is only oneness. Be still. Remember your true essence. You are the soul, the spirit, the spiritual self. Everything else is happening outside of the self. Remember who you are. I am that. Now take your left hand, gently tap your heart center. Take your right hand, tap your crown. Just open your hands, facing forward in blessing position. Imagine the earth the size of a little ball in front of you. We will do meditation twin hearts as taught to us by my teacher, Grandmaster Tokok Sui. Be aware of your heart and your hands. Fill the earth with beautiful pink light. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Wherever there's hatred anywhere in the world, within me, outside of me, in my home, in my work, anywhere in the world, let me sow unconditional love. Let my soul be filled with peace and love. Where there is injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Where there is doubt, let me sow faith. Where there is despair, let me sow hope. Let's just recall people we know who are going through challenging and difficult times in their life. With their health, with their relationships, with their mental health, with their spirituality, even their finances. Just visualize their lives turning around and getting better and better each and every day. May all of them be blessed with hope and with faith and a better life. So be it. So be it. Be still. Where there's darkness, let me sow light. A lot of people in darkness, not in physical darkness, but spiritual darkness, the ignorance of their true nature, that they are a being of light. The self, the soul, the spirit is a being of pure energy and light. Bless the people in your life who are ignorant of this, not intentionally, but just being driven by their body, their emotions, and thoughts instead of driving them. May all be blessed with spiritual light. May all be blessed with joy. Where there is any sadness within us, outside of us, in anyone we know, may all of us be blessed with joy. So be it. So be it. Allow yourself to be a channel of peace, love, forgiveness, hope and faith, light and joy. So be it. So be it. Now be aware of your heart. Take a deep breath. Be aware of your crown. Exhale. Just stay there. Just be aware of your crown. Fill the earth with beautiful golden light. Just let the golden light flow down through your arms, your hands, and fill the entire earth. Just say, our hearts are one, our souls are one, our spirits are one. There's only oneness. From the center of the heart of God, through my soul and through my entire being. May every person, every being on earth be blessed with love and kindness. Let all be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace. May all be blessed, so be it. Blessings be to all. Just be still, allow the blessings to flow through us. Now be aware of your crown, be aware of your heart, take a deep breath. Exhale, imagine brilliant light, brilliant golden light pouring out of our hands. Bless your family, the people you work with. Let it spread to the city, the state, the country, the surrounding areas. Let that golden light spread throughout the entire earth. Just say, we are one. From the center of the heart of God, through my spirit, through my soul, and through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth be blessed. May all in the higher worlds, middle worlds, even the lower worlds, let every sentient being in every dimension be blessed with unconditional love and kindness. May all be blessed with inner peace, inner healing. Let my soul be blessed with love, with inner peace and inner healing. May all be blessed with understanding, harmony, goodwill, and the willingness to do good. Let all be blessed, so be it. Just fill the earth with so much unconditional love. Bless every person, every being with this beautiful golden light. so be it. Now gently lower your hands on your lap. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Be still. Now imagine a beautiful flame, golden flame, just floating a few inches above your head. Just a beautiful, shimmering golden flame just floating above your head. The image doesn't have to be clear, just know it's there. Now be aware of your heart. Send a stream of love from your heart up to the crown and into that golden light. And stay there. Be still. Just allow your awareness and your consciousness to drift into that beautiful golden flame. Be still and listen. Om. Allow your awareness to just drift into that silence, into that nothingness. Om. Your awareness is gently drifting deeper and deeper into that beautiful golden flame. Be still. Om. Be still. Be aware of the silence, the inner peace. Be aware of your inner presence, the real self, the real I. Be still and let go. Om. Just let go. Be receptive. Gently, very slowly, very gently and slowly come back to your physical body. Move your fingers, move your toes, very gently and slowly come back. Raise your hands again in blessing. Imagine your family, your friends, your loved ones. Fill them all with beautiful golden light. May all of them be blessed with good health, with happiness, with prosperity, and with spirituality. So be it. May all be blessed without exception. So be it. Now be aware of your feet and the base of your spine. Project golden light downwards into the earth. Let our beloved Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let our beloved Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to Mother Earth. So be it. So be it. So it is. To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, thank you. To all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers. To my teacher, Master Tokok Sui Mahaguji Mailing, thank you all for the blessings in full faith. So be it. Okay, how do you feel? How's the meditation? Let me just add one more thing before we end. It's something like this. People have asked me, hey, how come, the part of the meditation is silence. There's no music. In fact, I didn't have any music. It's something like this. When you do your meditation, why is the silence part important? I mean, it doesn't have to be the whole thing, right? Because to expect a person who does not meditate, hey, close your eyes and just be silent, their minds are going to go all over the place. So that's why the music is to kind of help guide them to a certain place, okay? But the question is, how come we don't use music? At least, let me go back. Why do we have to have silence? If you haven't figured it out yet, why is silence important? Silence is two things. One, it's a diagnostic tool. And number two, the silence allows you to tune into higher frequencies. Write it down. How is it a diagnostic tool? It's a diagnostic tool to know if your thoughts, your emotions control you. Anybody had a aha moment yet? Right? If you can't be silent, that means your emotions, your thoughts are your boss. That's why. Yep. That's why I said it's a diagnostic tool. That's why if you take people off the streets, sit down, close your eyes, be still, give it like 10, 15 seconds, their minds are going all over the place, they're already checking their phone. Because their body, the emotions, thoughts run their life. Clear? So that's how one of the ways we can check, okay, how's my level of inner silence and stillness? That gives you an idea, okay, the fact that I can be silent on demand or be still on demand, that means I regulate the body, the emotions, thought. Don't bother me. That's one. Number two, silence allows you to hear, not with your auditory ears, allow to hear or you to sense the voice of your higher spiritual self. But it's often called the voice of silence. So keep that in mind. So when a person cannot go without something playing or some music, whatever, that tells you who's in charge of their life. It's not that I'm judging. Well, actually, I am. You see, the problem is people always get they're trying to be too political. Oh, you should decisions on what's right and what's wrong because you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Try doing that as a parent. Good luck to your kids. Right? Think about it. So you have to put it in context. Judging with a negative tone with intention to hurt. Okay, not a good idea. But to say, this is right, this is wrong, this is right, this is wrong, but you have to do that. It's called discernment. Right? The problem is people get emotional over everything. No wonder their life's like, you hurt my feelings. Jeez, get over it. When you say you get so sensitive about everything, you know what's happening? You're allowing the emotional body to run your life. That's what's happening. When somebody says something nasty to you, you go, okay, well, that wasn't nice. But, lesson for the day. It's their crap, not yours. Think about it. When they start, all this stuff, and you're in peace and you're silent, they start dumping this crap on you. If I'm not my emotions and thoughts, why would I take the stuff they're throwing and make it mine? You don't need a psychic shield for that. You don't need crystals for that. You just have to know, that's yours, not mine. I don't want it. Done. And the way you show it is not reacting to it. You say, oh, okay. Oh, it's understandable you're upset. That's that. Make sense? You know, I've seen people, I know I'm way over time, I've seen people, they go, what shield should I create? How many crystals should I wear? Those things are completely useless if the person's angry and upset and you open up your aura and says, yeah, I know what you mean, man. Yeah, you're a jerk too. Done. Your shield is useless. You realize that? That's why I've met people, oh yeah, I have quadruple shield, I do this shielding, I wear this crystal, I chant this mantra. And yet you look at them, somebody says something, they have such a thin skin, they get upset. I go, your shield is useless. Completely useless. Because the minute you react, your shield opens. Anyway, we'll teach psychic self-defense class one of these days again. That's why rule number 1 in psychic protection is non-reaction. It's non-reaction. And the way you do non-reaction is have a knowing their negative thoughts, negative emotions are not mine. They're not mine. I'm not even my thoughts. Why would those be me? You just observe. Okay, they're angry, they're upset, but they're not mine. So you observe, then you process. Okay, they're going through a difficult time. Maybe that's why they're being nasty and all that. Okay, what is the appropriate things to say? What is the appropriate thing to do? And you do it. So at all times, the soul is in control of the body, the emotions, and thoughts. That's it. Simple. Not easy. Simple. All right. We went way over time. Normally I do this like 30-some minutes, but I hope that gives some of you some tips on how to have a happier life. So you get to choose to be happy. You get to choose. Because you don't have a soul. Because you are the soul. That has a body, emotions, and thoughts that you, the soul, control. Namaste, everyone. You all take care. We will see you in 7 hours and 10 minutes for the second Anchor the Light meditation today. Leave me some comments. Let me know if you survived it, if you're still or you're on the floor. Okay, we'll see you later. Atma Namaste. Take good care.